near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. These messages will be for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. As always, cross watchers, you are welcome here. If this reading resonates, please like, share, and subscribe. All of your support is truly appreciated. Please check out the description box below for all of my services, as well as a brand spanking new Patreon page I just launched. All Patreon memberships are only $4.44, and it includes all extended readings for each zodiac sign, as well as monthly astrology updates for each zodiac sign. Each month I will be doing a full and new moon reading, as well as pick-a-pile readings, live readings, and tarot workshops where we get to learn tarot together. You also gain full access to the archive, so any recordings I do, you have access to. Patreon members also get 20% off all of my services, whether it's a tarot reading or a birth chart reading. 20% off is yours. Go check it out and come join my little community that I'm creating over there. Now, Aquarius, let's get into your August monthly reading. Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your August general monthly reading. Welcome on in. Aquarius, you have a full moon August 1st in your sign. Over the next several months, there's a lot of emphasis on your first house, which is so much about self, right? Self-realization, any sort of I am statement, right? Coming to terms, having more clarity about who you are. And with this Venus retrograde that all the signs are experiencing, it's a lot around our values. There's a huge emphasis on relationships as well for you. Venus retrograde is actually in your partnership sector. So I'm noticing this trend for you, Aquarius, where it's like a first house to seventh house kind of polarity, right? And so it's about you versus them, right? How am I in a relationship? Are my needs getting met, right? There's going to be a lot of reflection around you versus the collective, right? And Aquarius, one of the main, I guess, personality traits for, sorry, there's a fly. One of the main personality traits or qualities that Aquarius represents is having a very broad understanding of the collective, right? It's one of their missions in life is how can they deepen their understanding of others, right? And all of their quirkiness and really loving people for who they are and people that stand out, right? So there's going to be kind of a mix-up, I would say, or a deepening, I should say, of what it means to be you, what it means for others to be themselves, and how can you deepen your understanding, right? Especially if you are in some sort of relationship dynamic. But this is going to play out for those that aren't as well, right? Because it's not just about relationships, like romantic relationships. This can be relationships of all forms, right? Within your career, your friends, your family. Saturn retrograde is also in your sign. So do you see this huge trend here, right? There's a lot of emphasis on you, Aquarius. That first house is really shining. It's going to be a lot of changes when it comes to even maybe your appearance, right? The first house represents our physical body. It's sun energy, right? It has a lot to do with how you see yourself in the world. All right, let's pull a Wisdom of the Oracle for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs. No place like home. You might be questioning your whereabouts, right? Where do you want to build a future? Where in the world is Carmen San Diego? No, I don't know why that came out. What I'm getting off of this card is deepening your connection with where you are, or establishing roots in a new place. Maybe you're thinking about changing locations. This also could be reminiscing about your family. This also could talk about healing some, abandonment wounds when I think of no place like home. But it is about establishing roots, right? It's about establishing roots, finding a place that feels like home. Just pull another one for you. What else do we have for Aquarius? Aquarius. What do we have for Aquarius? There it is. Never-ending story. So what I'm thinking off of these two cards is that you could be feeling a bit displaced, right? Never-ending story signifies maybe a repeating pattern. You're noticing trends, right? You've come to terms with something in your environment, right? With a no place like home, that just feels frustrating, right? This fairy on the card, she's a bit flustered, right? Feeling like she's on this cycle. Maybe it's a karmic cycle, karmic relationship, karmic friends, where you just don't feel like you're getting anywhere. You feel stuck in the same maybe habitual rhythms, and you're trying to break free from that. With the Saturn retrograde also, it's not just highlighting your first house, but Saturn retrograde is always looking back, right? It's looking back at the house prior, which would be your 12th house. I have a reading on my YouTube channel. You can look into that. It's a Saturn retrograde reading for each sun sign, ascendant sign. And I go into a bit more detail on what that means for you. But with the 1st and 12th house, the first house is everything above the surface, and the 12th house is everything below, right? As above, so below. So you're grappling with things that are more subconscious, right? Then bringing them to the conscious field so that they can be expressed. So it could be a lot around hidden addiction. It could be, ruminating thoughts. Again, there's this polarity of you versus them, right? Your needs versus theirs. Yeah, grappling the idea of how can you find the balance between both. Aquariuses strive for independence, and they need that independence within relationships. And above all that is that they need a partner that can really understand that them being maybe a bit detached at times, it doesn't mean that they don't care. It's for your mental health, right? It's for you to be able to process some of the thoughts. Because air signs in general, we really do think before we feel, right? I'm a Gemini myself, so I can relate to that air energy. It's a lot about the mind. We can really get trapped in our thoughts. So it's going to be important for you to get more into your heart space, become a bit more vulnerable, right? That first 12th house. Yeah, look at that. Hermit, star. This is your energy here. This is about withdrawing a bit, even from relationships, until you can kind of flush it out, figure it out. Okay, how can I find the balance in relationship? Do you find yourself in relationships where it's codependent, right? Where maybe you're giving too much, or vice versa. Major themes for you. All right, Aquarius, let's see. What do we have for the tarot? For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus signs, Aquarius. Temperance, balance. Look at that. This is all about patience as well. You might be being tested when it comes to finding that balance. Again, look at the elixirs. And this also symbolizes as above, so below with the angel, right? 1 foot on land, 1 foot in water. So occupying both realms, right? The subconscious versus the conscious. You might kind of be a bit daydreamy at this time. High Priestess. Yeah, highly intuitive, Aquarius. Your intuition is going to be very loud, which is going to help you process some of these thoughts so that you can bring them down into your heart space. So they don't get stuck, you know, on a cycle, right? Never-ending story. You might be also dealing with a Sagittarius with the Temperance card there. But there's a lot around balance, harmony, again, reciprocity, you know, finding the polarities of life and balancing them out, balancing the scales. You know, balancing that yin and yang energy, masculine, feminine, because we hold both within us, right? You might be really diving into those traits, those qualities, maybe even dissecting like how you feel. Are you stepping more into your masculine? Are you stepping more into your feminine? Really being observant of when, why, or how you might flip-flop. All right, let's pull some more cards for you. And even I'm hearing for you, it's not just about you, but also whoever you are in relationship with, noticing their patterns, right? When they're in their masculine or when they're in their feminine. And what does that provoke within you? Oh, High Priestess again. You might be dealing with a Pisces. Two major arcanas here. It's pretty potent here. With the Three of Pentacles and the Empress on the bottom. I'm seeing heavy Sagittarius because you got the Knight of Wands on the bottom here. Someone might be a bit preoccupied. This might be even yourself with this what is it? What would I say? It's a very receptive energy with the High Priestess. Reclusive, observing, right? Allowing things to come to you. This is very feminine energy. Remember I was talking about the polarities of masculine, feminine that's within us? This is a very feminine energy, High Priestess, especially with the Empress card. Highly feminine. The Empress also talks about mother. So you might also be processing some maybe trauma from your childhood around a mother figure. This could be coming to the surface. Again, seeing some trends and patterns amongst relationships that you have with women. Maybe the kind of woman that you attract in your life. The kind of woman that you are. If I'm speaking with a woman, if you're a man, you could be still thinking about your mother, right? Maybe the kind of woman that you attract, right? It doesn't matter what sex you are. You could apply this to yourself. This is a very receptive energy. Again, intuition is being highlighted at this time. A lot of going inward. You're going to be feeling the shifts this month with the full moon in your sign. So be mindful of August 1st. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse here, I want to actually clarify, because this is signifying that there's a lack of cooperation with it being in reverse. What is this Three of Pentacles about for Aquarius? Again, Four of Swords. Yeah, this is such a month for you of rest, meditation, contemplation. Again, being very receptive, being open. Right, whatever you're manifesting in your life, Aquarius, the way that you're going to receive the answers or attract that into your life is to be receptive. You know, stepping more into your feminine, right? Allowing things to come to you. I don't see a lot of action cards here. I see more of this very passive, almost a bit like serene, you know, collecting your thoughts, journaling, self-care is being highlighted here. You're needing to nurture yourself, especially with the Empress showing up in reverse. This is about nurturing oneself, right? Pulling on your resources. Yeah, but I see you resting, right? Because with all of this Aquarius, energy, whoa, that one flew out. A full moon in your sign, you have Saturn in your sign. There's a lot of tough lessons there, right? Saturn serves us a couple hard lessons before we can really see the light at the end of the tunnel. But it's all for our highest good, right? Saturn is here to keep us on track. When you think of your Saturn retrograde, for those that are around the age of 29, this could be even stronger for you. But if you are older, you can look back to when you were 29 and think about and evaluate all the experiences and changes that you felt, right? Every 29 years, Saturn returns, and that's a major milestone where we get to kind of look back at our lives and see how far we've come and reassess our direction, our sense of duty, responsibility, right? Discipline is huge, right, with Saturn. I think that you're going to be having to really take care of yourself this month. Diet, exercise, sleep well. You're going to be thinking about your sleep right now, getting yourself back in a good rhythm. But a lot of self-focus this month. Even if you have the partnership, sector being highlighted on the new moon, I think the first half of August is going to be a lot around yourself, getting yourself in alignment, getting yourself back on track. And then maybe towards the end of the month, you might be able to be a bit more open to others. But again, there's that polarity, and you're going to have to figure out how to balance it out. In the extended, I will be pulling a love spread, and we'll also extend out this reading a bit more. So follow me on Patreon for that link below. All right, let's pull a Moonology to wrap this reading up for you, Aquarius. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. August. Aquarius. You and your loved ones are safe. You are good enough. Look at that. This reminds me of Empress energy. Self-worth, self-care. You are good enough. Take care of yourself. You and your loved ones are safe. With that seventh house being highlighted with the new moon on August 16th, the first half of the month, you might be thinking about a loved one, maybe a mother. But just know that whatever changes are occurring for you, Aquarius, you are safe, your relationships are being held, and whatever higher power you call on, it's going to be important to affirm and pray and keep yourself in a healthy mindset. And know that you are always safe, you are always held, even through the conflict. You're going to work through this, and even if you have to potentially exit certain dynamics, it's for your greatest good, right? All right, Aquarius. Hopefully I'll see you over at the extended. If not, I'll catch you next month. Bye, Aquarius.